Now that we've drawn some possible ascent and descent options, let's use a few tools to learn more about the terrain and how these routes move through it. So I'm going to use that base layers menu to switch to imagery. And now I'm going to look at it in 3D. 3D is a feature available to pro or higher accounts. It allows you to see the terrain from a different perspective. While 2D map is great for planning, 3D can make it easier to visualize relative slope steepness, terrain shape, and how features connect. If you're new to 3D, you'll see a 3D controls link at the bottom of the map viewer, and you can click on that to display instructions for how to move the screen. You can rotate and tilt the view when you're in 3D and look at both your ascent and descent options. As you explore, notice how the terrain changes, where it becomes steeper or flatter, how features like ridges and bowls and gullies connect, and how your route travels across these features. A cool thing about CalTopo's 3D is that you can use it with any map layer. So it's pretty neat. All right, let's go back to 2D and look at the profile for one of our route options. So we are going to click on UpTrack option 1 here. And in the dialog that's displayed, we're going to choose the profile button. The profile is an interactive graph that shows elevation change over the length of a route. Now, as you move your cursor along the graph, if you take a look at the map itself, you'll see a point that appears, showing you exactly where that location falls along the line. So this makes it easier to spot flat sections like in the beginning, and then where your climb starts, and downhills if you've got them. It is a great option for understanding how elevation changes along a route. Now let's take a look at travel time, which is also in that dialog. So we'll click on the travel time button. And here we go. We've got travel time. So along the top of this dialog, you'll see 3 estimated travel times for this route. Now, all these estimates are based on the Munter method, which is a commonly used approach for estimating travel time in non-technical terrain. It takes into account distance, elevation gain and loss, as well as travel mode. That's why you see 3 of them. So since this is a ski tour, we're going to pay attention to that time estimation for skiing. This is only an estimate, but it is a helpful way to compare route options and set general expectations for how long different routes might take. Now, if you have a pro account or higher, you'll also see this more detailed travel plan below the estimated travel times. And you can change the mode here, even make it custom. It's a great tool for more in-depth planning, but we're not going to cover it here today. So together, tools like 3D, profile, and travel time help provide context for your route options and how they interact with the terrain. They're designed to support planning and communication, not to replace on-the-ground assessment or instruction. In the next video, we'll look at how to share your tour plan with partners and others as part of a clear communication and safety plan.